So there's been a lot of conversations regarding difficulty settings in a Souls-like game, and it comes up every single time a game within this genre dares to implement any sort of difficulty settings onto it. And it also invites different types of gamers, such as, the get good crowd, the neutrals, or the casuals that may want to see what a Souls-like is, but are scared or overwhelmed by the potential difficulty of it all. I totally understand the conversation on both sides because I see myself on the neutral side, where sometimes I like to be challenged by a Souls-like game, and I understand the necessity of it and the design aspect of it. But at the same time, I don't always feel like playing a difficult game, and I often skip on it because I'm not having fun with the gameplay loop. I've read several replies within my post as well, as well as from other people's questions about it, because the conversation is all around my algorithm. But the main sensible takeaway, I should say, that aren't necessarily just get good, is that the inclusion of difficulty settings may take away from the overall message of what the developers are trying to communicate to you as a gamer. The hardships, the exhilaration, and the fulfillment of victory by creating a challenging game. However, for smaller developer teams, having to create different difficulty settings is almost similar to creating a game for multiple platforms. You are faced with the obstacle of ensuring that your game is properly balanced for the original core demographic of what your game is trying to sell, but as well as not diluting that gameplay that made the game so great in order to sell it to more customers who were not even interested in meeting the developers by trying to play their game, even though it's outside their comfort zone. Again, I get it. I totally understand. I understand a point of view because I love Souls games. Although I don't actually see myself particularly a very good gamer. In fact, I enjoy Souls games more than my husband does, and will more often play in higher difficulty than him. But he will defeat bosses way faster than I will. It's frustrating as hell, but I do just have more patience to overcome my lack of ability. But I don't always want to do that, which is why I will skip games with less than stellar gameplay, that just focuses on difficulty for difficulty's sake. Now, the reason why I use platform exclusivity for video games as a metaphor regarding the difficulty setting and Souls likes is because I think that Lies of P is in an interesting situation where their difficulty setting, their difficulty is actually kind of like a timed exclusivity because they were able to focus on their core demographic during their original release. And of course, the fans supported it, the fans loved it. I did as well. It's in my top 10 of all time games. And now with Overture, the upcoming DLC, they're in a unique position to open up their game to more audiences by including a difficulty slider, similarly to a time exclusive game being developed for a single platform, now being opened up to more platforms. Ultimately, it really remains to be seen how they implement it. I'm hoping that with how great Lies of P is, I have some hopes that the balancing will be just fine. And also the reason why I'm okay with different settings, specifically for Lies of P, is because for me, a great impactful game is not just limited to great gameplay. Again, good video games are a multimedia piece of art that includes visuals, music, and the interactivity of it all, which is the gameplay aspect. So for Lies of P, it hits all of those in such an amazing way that I believe that tinkering a little bit with the gameplay portion will not diminish the entire product, because it isn't just gameplay that makes Lies of P great. It's because of everything as a whole. And it would be nice for other people to be able to experience the other parts of what makes Lies of P great. Anyways, thanks for listening to my TED Talk.